All right. Ready to dive into some serious coaching strategy.
Let's do it. I'm excited for this one.
Me too. So, we're cracking open the Coach's Resource Kit today.
Oh, good choice. Don Markland, right?
You know it. He's built a seriously successful coaching business, and he's sharing all his secrets in this book.
It's like the ultimate playbook for anyone who wants to turn their coaching passion into a thriving business.
Totally. And he doesn't mess around. He jumps right in with this idea of making a huge mindset shift. Stop thinking like just a coach, he says, and start thinking like the CEO of your coaching business.
Oh, I like where he's going with this. It's something I see so many coaches struggle with. They love coaching, they're great at it, but the business side trips them up.
100%. And the thing is, the CEO mindset, it impacts everything. How you design your coaching packages, how you decide what to charge, even how you manage your time.
It's about treating your coaching practice like, well, a business, not just a side hustle or a hobby.
Right. And Mark Lind, he actually tells this funny story about how his wife had to give him a wake-up call about this very thing.
Oh, I sense a good story coming. What happened?
So picture this. He's just starting out, pouring his heart and soul into his clients, which is amazing, but the business itself is struggling.
Been there. It's tough, that balancing act. You want to give your clients everything, but you also need to, keep the lights on.
Exactly. And that's where he was. So he's venting to his wife. You know, the whole, I should have stayed at my old job routine.
The classic. We've all been there.
And his wife, she's just over it. She basically tells him, enough with the complaining. Find some solutions.
I love her already. Tough love for the win.
It was a total game changer for him. Markland said his wife refused to even discuss the business unless he came with at least one possible solution to the problem.
Wow. That's next level accountability.
Right.
But smart, right. It forces you to shift from that feeling of being stuck to actually looking for ways forward.
And that's exactly what he's trying to help us do. Make that same shift. From overwhelmed coach to, CEO of your coaching empire.
Because when you're in that CEO mindset, you're not just reacting to problems, you're anticipating them, coming up with strategies. You're in control.
You're building the business of your dreams on your own terms. And that, my friend, is a beautiful thing. It really is. Okay, so you're in that CEO headspace, ready to build that dream coaching business. Where do we even start?
Well, Mark Berkland, he says the next step is all about your undeniable authority.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. What does that even mean, though?
So he's got this great line in the book. He says, and I quote, "If you can coach anyone, you can't sell to anyone."
Yeah. I kind of get it. It's easy to fall into that trap, right? Trying to be everything to everyone, especially when you're first starting out.
Right. You cast a wide net, but you don't catch many fish that way. Because really, nobody wants a coach who's just okay at a bunch of things.
They want an expert, someone who really, really knows their stuff.
Exactly. And that's where niching down is so crucial. It's like figuring out your zone of genius, the thing you're amazing at, that you're passionate about, and that there's a real need for in the market.
So it's not just about being good at something, it's about being the best at something very specific.
Right. It's like, would you rather be known as the coach who helps people be a bit happier, or the coach who specializes in, say, helping burnt-out CEOs reclaim their weekends and reconnect with their families?
Okay, yeah. The second one is way more powerful, and I bet you'd get way more clients that way, too. It's so clear.
Absolutely. Because now you're not just selling coaching in general, you're selling a solution to a very specific problem that a lot of people desperately need help with.
It's funny, he uses this analogy in the book about trying to cut down a tree with a hammer. You might make a dent eventually, but it's not the right tool for the job.
Exactly. And your coaching skills, those are your tools. You got to make sure you're using them for the right job so people can see, oh, that's the expert. That's who I need to solve this problem.
It makes so much sense. Okay, so you've honed in on your undeniable authority. You know what you're the best at. What's next? How do you actually package it all up and sell it?
That is the million-dollar question, right? And Marcolene has some great advice on that. It's all about crafting an offer that's honestly irresistible to your ideal client.
Okay, I love where this is going. So how do we do that?
Well, his big thing is stop selling coaching. Start selling a solution.
Okay, so what does that actually look like in practice?
Think about it. People don't buy coaching just for the sake of it, right? They're buying the transformation it provides, the results.
They want to see a change in their lives. So they're not just buying your time, they're buying an outcome, basically.
Exactly. So instead of just offering like generic coaching sessions, create a program, something with a catchy name, a clear structure, a beginning, middle, and end, a real process they can follow.
So it feels more tangible, less fuzzy.
Exactly. He actually uses this example of Disney World.
Okay.
He's like, think about it. They're not just selling rides. They're selling an experience. It's planned out, it's branded, it's memorable.
Oh, I get it. You're creating a whole world around your coaching.
Yes. And just like Disney has different lands and attractions, your coaching program can have different modules or phases that all lead to that ultimate transformation you're selling.
So you're not just a coach, you're like the architect of their transformation. I love it.
Right. And this applies to your branding too, like your business name. Don't use vague terms, get specific. So, not the life coaching company. Tell me, what problem do you solve and for who?
Yes, so much better. Okay, we've got this killer coaching program. We're speaking our ideal client's language. Now, how do we actually get them to sign up?
That's where lead generation comes in. And
Fine.
it's not about just getting any clients, it's about getting the right clients. Ones who are a good fit for you and your coaching style.
Right, because not everyone is going to be your ideal client. And that's okay.
Exactly. It's better to have a smaller group of perfect fit clients who love working with you than a bunch of people who aren't really a good match.
So how do we attract those perfect fit clients? Any tips from the master himself?
Oh, absolutely.
Huh.
Markland is a big fan of online events, webinars, workshops, things like that.
Webinars are smart. You get to show off your expertise, connect with potential clients live, and really highlight the value of your coaching program.
And the cool thing is, there are so many ways to do a webinar. You could do a Q&A, share a case study, even give people a peek behind the scenes of your coaching process.
Oh, I like that. And what about social media? Is he on board with that?
Big time. He says your social media content should basically be like a free sample of your coaching. Address those pain points your ideal clients are facing. Give them a taste of what it would be like to work with you.
So basically, give them a little bit of that magic, that transformation for free. So they're hooked and they're coming back for more.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of referrals. Connect with other professionals who serve a similar target market but offer complementary services.
Oh, that's smart. So, like, if you're a coach who helps entrepreneurs with time management, you might partner with someone who does financial coaching for business owners.
Exactly. They're not your competition, they're your allies.
Referrals are huge. I mean, nothing beats a warm lead from someone you already trust, right?
Absolutely. But even with a steady stream of referrals coming in, you're still going to have those moments where it's you and a potential client and you're ready to close the deal.
Oh, yeah, that make it or break it moment. So, what does Mark Bland say about mastering that art of the close? Any Jedi mind tricks we can use?
Well, he's realistic about it. He says, first of all, don't expect everyone to be ready to sign on the dotted line after just one conversation.
Right. I mean, it takes time to build trust, especially with something as personal as coaching.
Exactly. So you need a system for nurturing those leads, following up, addressing any concerns they might have.
So it's less about closing and more about guiding them through the process.
Well, that's a great way to put it. And to that point, Markland actually shares this mind-blowing statistic in the book. Are you ready for this?
Hit me with it.
Most people make purchasing decisions 45 to 60 days in advance.
Wow, really? I had no idea it was that far out.
It just goes to show you how important it is to start those conversations early and stay top of mind. Because if you're only reaching out right when they're ready to buy, chances are you're already too late.
Someone else has already snagged them.
Exactly. And this applies to renewals too. Don't wait until the last minute to bring it up. Have that conversation about continuing to work together well before their contract is up.
Makes sense. It takes the pressure off both of you.
For sure. And speaking of pressure, you know those tricky objections that can come up in those sales conversations? I need to think about it. The price is too high, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Every coach has been there. Those can be tough to navigate.
Totally. But Mark Wergeland, he's got your back. He actually gives you some really useful scripts for handling those common objections. And more importantly, how to reframe them in a way that addresses their concerns, but also highlights the value of what you're offering.
It's all about turning those no's into maybes and hopefully, eventually, into yeses.
Exactly. And, it's funny. We've covered so much ground today. We talked about the CEO mindset, niching down, crafting your offer, attracting those dream clients. And now we're talking about closing those deals. It's a lot.
It's the whole enchilada. It's like he's given us the blueprint for building a successful coaching business from the ground up.
Right. It's pretty amazing. But, if I had to distill it down to one final takeaway from Markland, it's this idea of the Gulf Stream effect.
Ooh, I haven't heard that one. Tell me more.
So he says that sustainable success, it's not about some quick fix or overnight success story. It's about committing to continuous growth. always learning, always evolving, always upping your game.
I love that. It's about playing the long game.
Yes. He compares your time to a money tree. You have to protect it, nurture it, invest in it, and never let anyone chop it down.
Such a good analogy. It's so true. We only get so much time. We have to spend it wisely.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another epic deep dive in the books. We've got the mindset, we've got the strategy, we've got the action plan. Now go out there and build those coaching empires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go make it happen.
And remember, if you can coach anyone, you can't sell to anyone. So niche down, own your authority, and watch those dream clients line up at your virtual door.
Absolutely. They're out there waiting for you.
And that, my friends, is a wrap. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and as always, dive deep.
If you want more content, first of all, like and subscribe. Tell us in your review, what you think of the Morning Jolt and different topics you'd like to hear about. Would you like to hear about AI, Google Ads, marketing, lead gen, executive leadership? What is it? Leave us a review. We're on all major podcast networks, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and more. You can follow us online. We're very active on TikTok at executivecoach.don on Instagram. Also, you can go to our website, accountabilitynow.net. We're coaching businesses, growing them from 1 to 10 million every single day. And as always, this is your Morning Jolt.